Hello everyone, my name is Emily, and today I'm going to be giving you a little tutorial on how I make these face scrubbies. You can use them for kind of makeup remover pads or just to clean your face at the end of the day. I would say that these are fairly easy to make. They only take me about 10 minutes. I would say this is a beginner, maybe a beginner plus, as you need to know how to make a magic ring. So first what we're going to do is we're going to grab our 5mm hook. If you want a tighter stitch, you can go for 4.5. And for yarn, today I'm going to be using the Bernat Handicrafter, just because it's kind of a cheap skein. I can get it anywhere. This color is Coral Seas, and it is 100% cotton. Okay, so to start this off, you're going to want to create your magic ring. So the way that I do it is kind of simple. I know that other people do it differently. I also know that I hold my yarn differently. Like I move my hands a lot, but the end product is still the same. So what you want to do is you want to chain 1, and then we are going to do 10 double crochets into that magic ring. You'll probably notice that there are some points where this yarn is giving me a really tough time. It doesn't usually do this, so I don't know if because there were some points where I would be crocheting by looking through the camera. Like I wouldn't look at my hands, so I wonder if my coordination was just off because of where my tripod was and how I was recording. But you'll see some points where I'm like redoing a stitch, or like I cut because I had to redo a stitch. As you're nearing the end of your 10 double crochets, you want to kind of tighten your magic ring to make it nice and tight, to make sure there's not the hole in the middle. I struggled a little bit with my left hand, but we got there eventually. Giving it a little bit more of a tighten. Once we get to the end of the round, we want to slip stitch to join. So we're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet that we made. You can see me kind of struggling with the yarn, don't mind that. For the start of round 2, we want to first start with a chain 1, and then we are going to do 2 double crochet into that same spot. So where we put the slip stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets. And the entire way around, we want to do increases of double crochet. So by the end of the round, you're going to have 20 double crochet. In a second, you're going to see me counting my stitches just to make sure that I actually have 20, as sometimes there's times where I have like 18 or 19 stitches, so I just want to make sure that I have all the proper stitch counts. And what we want to do at the end of this round is we want to do a slip stitch to that first double crochet to kind of finish off that round. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We have kind of the main circle, and now we're going to work on, I want to say they're ruffles, but they aren't really. So we're going to chain one once again, and this time we're going to do 3 double crochets into that same stitch. So where we did the slip stitch last round, we're going to put 3 double crochets, and it's kind of a tight squeeze, but once you get into the rhythm of it, I find that it's a lot easier. Okay, so this is where the repetition of the double crochets kind of stops. So the pattern for round 3 is going to be 3 double crochets in one stitch, and the next stitch is going to be 1 single crochet. So for the entire round, we're going to do 3 DC, so 3 double crochet, and then 1 single. 3 double, 1 single. And you're going to do that all the way around, and your 20th stitch, or I guess your final stitch, sorry, will be a single crochet. This next part is a little bit difficult to explain, but instead of joining, we're gonna just fasten off once we finish our single crochet. So we'll pull the yarn through, and then we're gonna do what is called an invisible fasten off. So you go into the first double crochet from back to front, and you take the kind of tail end of the yarn, pull it through, and then you go in the back loop from the back to the front of your final stitch, so from your single crochet, and you pull the yarn tail through, and then it just looks like another stitch. Alright, and now that we've finished, we want to weave in the ends of our yarn. So the kind of magic ringtail is going to be weaved into the first round, and the invisible fasten off will be weaved in to the third round and possibly the second, depending on how long that tail is. And that is your little face scrubby. So as you can see, I've made quite a lot of these. They're easy, they kind of just keep my hands busy, and hopefully this tutorial was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you next time.